Welcome, guys, to Talk Shit Thursdays. Stay tuned. What's going on, guys? It's your girl, Miss Free to You. How y'all doing today? Well, it is Wednesday, 11:35 p.m., and the purpose for me getting on camera today is I wanted to do yesterday a video for a new segment that I came up with or thought about called Talk Shit Tuesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. Hey, but it was just some things I wanted to get off my chest, so just wanted to talk about. So let's get into it. I'm trying to make this quick. So, I not too long ago started a new job, right? Long story short, I had to find another job from the old job that I was all excited about 6 months ago. And unfortunately, I had to leave that job. So now I am on a new job, but this one is with a temp service. I went through a temp service because I am planning on moving out of the state very, very soon. And I felt that it would be wise for me to go through a temp service, something that was pretty temporary. So that way, when it's time for me to pick up and move in a few months, I ain't got to cut no ties with no job or resign or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So I went ahead and went through a temp service this time, and I haven't worked for a temp service in years. Well, I'm going to take that. Yeah, I haven't worked through a temp service in years. So, I mean years, since I was like in my very, very early 20s, like 20 years old. So, when I got the job, whatever, I was excited. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always be happy when you find a new job because that's income, that's your livelihood. You know what I'm saying? And if you've been doing bad because you was out of work, you get back on your feet or whatever. So, I'm doing okay. I'm blessed. I get by, but I needed a job. That's just what it comes down to. I love the work and I ain't no lazy chick. So, get on this job. I'm all happy about it. And I'm not going to get into what I do or who I work for. But like I said, it's a temp service. Well, I can say what I do. It's a temp service, and I am a financial auditor or tax auditor. So what I do is I look over documents, make sure that everything is aligned correctly, make sure all of the numbers are on there like they should be. Blase, 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 blase. That's neither here nor there. The reason why I wanted to talk about it, though, is because I started the job 3 weeks ago. On the 10th. We were off that Friday, which was Veterans Day, because they don't pay for the holidays. So I started on the 10th, and I didn't find out till after I started working, until after I accepted the job, I should say, that they only pay twice a month. Now, that was the first that I should have been like, damn, but it was like, hey, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? So they only pay twice a month, and I've never heard of jobs doing it, but not temp services only paying twice a month. And when I say twice a month, they only pay the 15th and the 30th. So when I talked to the lady and I had looked at all the paperwork, and I realized that that's what the paperwork said, because they gave me like this sheet that had their payment schedule on it, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's only 2 days in this month, 2 days, the same 2 days every month. So I'm like, wait a minute, y'all only pay twice a month? She was like, yeah, we only pay twice a month. I was like, damn, I wish I would have known that. But I'm going to go ahead and rock with it. So they only pay twice a month. Got over that part, right? So I talked to the lady who I've been dealing with throughout the whole process, the recruiter. And I said, hey, I'm expecting a check on the 15th. Is it coming? She was like, no, you're not going to be getting paid on the 15th. And I was like, well, why not? She was like, because we're going to pay you on the next paycheck, which is the 30th. I said, damn, I can't wait till then. Because they didn't tell us we weren't going to get paid the 15th. The 15th just came and we didn't get anything. And how I work is, at the job where I work at, it's everybody there works for a temp service. So myself and another young lady work for the same temp service. Now this temp service is not here. It's in Michigan. And that's the way a lot of places are doing it now. They're reaching out to you from other places and having you come and do a job in the state you live in. However, they're not in the state you live in. So everything is done by phone and email, which kind of also made me feel a little weird. But again, I went ahead and jumped on it. I had to work. So, and I've been applying other places, but they ain't hurrying up. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit around and wait. I got to do what I got to do. So, she says, after finding out after the 15th came and went, and I said, I'm going to get no money. I'm like, well, what happened to our 15th paycheck? Oh, you won't be getting that until the 30th. So I'm like, what? So I'm like, all right. So, I said, so we're going to be getting the 15th and the other weeks on the 30th. Lady said yes. I said, okay. So she said, what you can do is we can give you a payday loan and it'll be of XYZ amount. And what you'll do, you'll pay $154. It was $300. So she said you'll pay $154 on the 30th and $154 on the 15th of December check. And I said, well, that ain't bad. Okay, cool. So I got to pay it in advance so that I can get by for the next 3 weeks because this job is an hour away. Okay? Every job I've gotten in the last two years, I want to say, has been far. So I was like, okay, cool. It's an hour away. I do what I got to do. But I need money because the gas is cheap, a little cheaper, but it ain't cheap. It still adds up. So I went ahead and took the advance. So Thanksgiving came and went. Of course, we didn't get no money because I was like, well, maybe they'll pay us a little early because Thanksgiving coming. Luckily, I had my hustle mode on and I had to do what I had to do to make sure that, we was good for Thanksgiving and whatnot and that I had money to do what I needed to do going forward. So we was at work Monday and a lady who works with me, now, mind you, everybody that works for me works for a temp service, whether it's a local one or it's out of state. Mostly everybody works for an out of state one, but they all work for different ones except for me and one other young lady and maybe some other folks, but I only know of me and one other young lady that we started the same day. So they're the ones, honestly, that I interact with, me and the people that I started the same day with. The other people, they didn't got paid about 3 checks already. And me and her still waiting on this one fucking check. So she was like, yeah, girl, I heard through the grapevine that when we get paid on the 30th, it's only going to be for one day. And I was like, what? Like that? So she was like, yeah, it's only going to be for one day. I said, well, you telling me we had to wait 3 fucking weeks for one day? She was like, yeah. I was like, nah, you got to be bullshitting me. She was like, no, Free, I'm telling you. I said, girl, if that be the case, it's going to be a problem because I don't have a mortgage. I pay rent. Rent is due the first of the month. And really and truly, all my fucking bills is due the first week of the month. The last day or the first week. That's normally how it rolls. So I'm like, okay, I am fucked because I didn't budget. You know what I'm saying? I budgeted thinking I'm going to get my paycheck for the 30th. Just keeping it real. So I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm a single parent. I live paycheck to paycheck, y'all. I get on here and show y'all these hauls and shit, but I am not rich. I have to get out here and bust my ass to do what I have to do. And my mom helped me as much as she can, but financially she can't help me but so much, so I got to do what I got to do. My kid's father, that's another topic. Okay? He don't help me with shit, but that's another topic. So it's all on me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, girl, these motherfucking people don't have my money. We got a problem. She was like, well, so the other lady was like, well, call them and find out. She was like, well, that's what I heard. She was like, I ain't hear from them, but I heard it from someone else. I said, well, I'm going to find out. So I said, I'll get off of work. I'm going to call them. So I had came home. I took a nap and forgot to call them. And I said, damn, when I woke up, it was like 5:15. I said, let me hurry up and call them before they close. So I called a lady. And I was like, hey, I was talking to another coworker and she said that y'all only going to be paying us for the 15th. She was like, yes, we're only going to be paying you for the 15th. And I was like, why is that? She was like, oh, we gave you the paperwork when you first were hired and you should have read it. So, in so many words, she didn't say get over it, but she might as well have said get over it. What? So she says that, and she rushed me off the phone and hung up. Now, the lady at work, when she was telling me about what she heard through the grapevine, she said when she called them to ask to see when we were going to be getting paid, she said the same lady talked to her and rushed her off the phone and was like, okay, well, you're going to get your money the 30th. Okay, bye. So I called right back because she hung up. I called right back. I said, wait a minute. So when I call back, the receptionist picks up and she hung up on me. So I called back the third time. And I said, I didn't know that we were only going to be getting paid for one day. Had I known, she's like, well, yeah, that's why I told you to get the payroll advance, because with the payroll advance, that'll tide you over until December 15th, because you're not going to get that money, the money you worked the last couple of weeks, until the 15th. And I was like, but I didn't know that. I said, that doesn't make any sense. So she did it again, rushed me off the phone and hung up. When I called back the third time, or this time, the fourth time, and I got her the third time, she says, I said, wait a minute. So you telling me, let me get this straight. So you telling me that I'm only going to get paid for one day on the 30th. I've worked 3 weeks now, but I'm only going to get paid for one day on the 30th. And I'm not going to get the rest of my money until December 15th. And whatever I've worked up until this point, I'm not going to get until December 30th after Christmas. Yes, I told you. You should have read the paperwork. It said that you only get paid on these specific dates, and they were outlined carefully, and you should have read it. So, hey, that's on you. Bitch, you done fucked up. Baby, I have been on jobs, and I have wanted to spaz on people, but I always try to take the high road because you don't want to go off. But, okay? But, let me tell you something. Like I told y'all in the other Vic with the stupid ass dude the other day, another video. I'm a stand-up kind of chick. But if you come at me with the nonsense, some shit I can ignore. And I'm learning. I'm trying my hardest to get closer and closer to God to learn to ignore it all. Because let me tell you something. At the end of the day, when you can ignore things like that, when you can be like, oh, no big deal, you have a gift. You have a gift. I learned that this morning when I was looking at this lady on Facebook. She was an evangelist, and she was saying that it is a gift to be able to ignore things that make you want to slap a bitch. She didn't say that, but that's basically what she was getting at. I'm evolving. I ain't quite there yet when it comes to my kids, my money, and if you put your hands on me, I can't. I'm sorry, but those 3 things that I cannot ignore yet. Now, maybe one day I might be able to say, oh, it's all good. Whatever, no problem. But today, I ain't that chick. When I tell you I cussed that bitch out something fierce, I went off. Because, bitch, first of all, if y'all know y'all pay people like that, y'all make sure that shit is explained and over-explained. Because 8 out of 9 people out here today, they don't work for free. Just because my motherfucking name is free does not mean I work for free, ever. Now, I might be nice. I might go out my way to help somebody. But that's out of the kindness of my heart. But when I'm driving an hour from my home, with or without traffic, to get somewhere, to get to a job, I have to finance my gas. I have to finance my food. I have to pay for these things, okay? Regardless of what I may or may not have saved up, I work for $1. I don't work for free. So if you know that you pay people and you pay motherfuckers on some dumbass terms, because to me it's dumb. How you have somebody start a job on the 10th and you don't pay them for this one day until the end of the month? And then the days that they've worked thus far, they're not getting paid for those days until the 15th. What kind of pay? Maybe I'm crazy, but what kind of pay schedule is that? How you do that to people and not explain that shit up front? I have kids too. My kids let me tell you something. Since they was little, my baby, I had my son September 3rd, 1999. September 3rd. So his first Christmas, child, little boy ain't know what a toy was, ain't know what a gift was. He has so many gifts and shit all around him. Christmas has always been a big deal for me. Now, don't get me wrong, it is just another day. But it is a celebration. It is the birth of Jesus Christ, 1. And 2, children don't hear that when you telling them, Mama ain't got it this year, y'all. I've said it to my kids. I have. But I've always come through. I've always made a way. And I'm going to make a way this year. Honestly, I'm looking for a second job. As of tomorrow, I'm probably going to end up having me a second job because I have an interview somewhere tomorrow. Because I'm not afraid to work. Don't get it twisted. I've worked 2 and 3 jobs pregnant. I don't play. But over the years, I had to scale back and work only 1 because it's only me. You know, my kids need me to go to their sports events. My kids need me to go to parent-teacher conferences. And I can't get on a second job and not be there. So I try to do what I need to do with the 1. But now that I'm trying to move out of Florida, and that's another topic in another video, and everything I'm trying to do in the whole, I'm trying to buy me another vehicle. How I'm gonna do it? Dream it up. I gotta do what I gotta do. So I'm trying to get me a second job. But that's neither here nor there. I cussed that bitch out. When I got through with her, she was like, cause she basically, first of all, her tone was, I don't give a fuck. From the first phone call to the last. And that's not the tone you want to have with somebody when they calling you about their money. A bitch want answers when it comes to their money. Now, everybody react differently. How you react is how you react. But like I said, when it comes to my money, my kids, and a bitch putting their hands on me, you got a problem. Okay? You have a problem. And I try to be that kind of, don't get me wrong, I'm a classy chick. I might cuss and whatnot and talk my shit on here. Don't get it twisted. I've always been a classy woman. I know how to uphold myself with class. But like I said, what you're not going to do is come at me like I owe you when it comes to my money. I did what I needed to do. I went to work. I did what I had to do. And the job itself is easy as pie. The people that I work with, however, I feel like it's fucking disrespectful. Like, I've made a few mistakes. I ain't gonna lie. Because what I'm doing this time around, don't get it twisted, it's easy ass work. But I had one person showing me how to do it when I first started this way. I had another person showing me how to do it when I first started that way. And so I got a little confused, but it was small mistakes. Like, I forgot to put a comma right here. I forgot to delete part of the subject line. But those small mistakes cost money. So I understand you want to make sure I'm doing it right. And I want to make sure I'm doing it right because I'm accountable. But how they present it to you. They come in let me paint the picture. I'm in a room. It's quiet. It's a quiet setting. It's quiet because nobody talks, which is fine because they allow us to have music. So I listen to my music all day. I'm fine. I understand. I'll be on YouTube, catching up on YouTube videos. I don't care. I don't move too fast with people anyway, so I don't have to talk. I'm fine with that. But when they say something to you, when they say something to the people that they like, they pull them to the side, they whisper, because it's supposed to be a you and I conversation. When they come to me, the whole room knows about it. When I first started, the first week I first started, it was a chick she's still in the room with me, but it's a chick. This bitch, we was at the table together because it's like a table of 4. So it's 4 people at each table. So we at the table from 8 o'clock to 4:30. This bitch staring me down. And I'm like, I know I'm gorgeous. I know. I know. But it's hard. Let me put it to you like this. What annoys me may not annoy you. What annoys you may not annoy me. But staring is a pet peeve of mine. It's different if it's a dude staring. Because 9 times out of 10, if it's a dude staring at you, he may be looking at you because he like what he sees. I could handle that to a degree. Long as you ain't making me feel uncomfortable or you disrespecting me or anything like that. When it's another female just gawking at you all day long for day in and day out, yeah, it gets a little annoying, but then the bitch took it to another level. This is what really annoyed me. She would sit there and she would email her little buddy that sits behind her about me, and the buddy would make it obvious because the buddy sat behind her, but she also faced me, and the buddy would look at me and laugh in my face. And I'm like, bitches, yo. Bitches. But this is my point. I can ignore that. Because you ain't sending it to me directly. And both of y'all bitches is punks and pussy, because if you wasn't, and if it was something you really wanted to say to me, work or not, you will say it. But at the same time, it is work. So you have to be mindful. You can't get caught up because I don't know about them, but I ain't about to let a bitch fuck with my coins. So I ignored them. I noticed it though, but I ignored them and I put it in my memory bank. Okay, bitches, you ain't got to worry about me. And they don't. I don't say good morning. I don't say shit to them. But it's just like, I hate being in situations where you can't mind your business. I hate being in situations where people just want to prey on people and bother them for no reason. But yeah, that hoe about my money, I cussed that hoe out. So remember, I got the loan. So she was saying that I was going to have to pay back the half of the loan on the 30th, which meant come the 30th, which is today, I wasn't going to have a paycheck. I wasn't even going to get the one day. Well, after I got finished cursing her out, that next morning, my little one-day money was there. Yeah, bitch. I know it is going to be there. I went, y'all. And I got to pray on me because, that's why I said I got to get out of Florida, because And it may not even be Florida. It may just be circumstances, but I really feel like it's Florida. Because sometimes when you're in a situation where you feel like ain't shit going right for you, when you feel like every time you turn around, somebody either bothering your children, when you got to fight for your kids right next door, yeah, I got to fall back from this shit here. I'm going to find me a different change of scenery. And honestly, the situations that I have been through in the last couple of years has really turned my perception about Florida into a negative. I do not like Florida anymore. Now, there may be some great parts of Florida somewhere. There may be some great people somewhere. But right now, the people who always surround me, it is always a problem. Somebody had posted on Facebook, well, yeah, every time you go somewhere and every time, you interact with people, it's a problem. It might be you. Well, if it is me, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. I don't say it's me because me, I'm going to tell y'all about me. Off camera and on camera. I mind my business. So how the fuck am I the problem when I'm sitting up here? I have always been a mind your business kind of chick. Always. I don't bother people. There's no reason to. You know what I'm saying? I don't bother people's children. So why you bother mine? Okay? My children are kids. Some people might think, oh, well, your kid's bad as hell. No, because my kids know I put my foot in their ass. They know I don't go but so far with the BS. You know what I'm saying? But my kids are decent because they know I don't play. So they do what they're supposed to do. But they get in situations sometimes where, they might be playing with a kid. Them and the kid playing. The kid hit them, they hit them back. The kid go back and tell their mother, and their mother come and attack them. And that's why I'm about to drop you. Because you're not about to attack my kids over shit. If my kids do something wrong, you come to me and you let me know and I'll handle it. Now, how I handle it ain't your business. Because to be honest with y'all, me and my children have an understanding enough to where I don't have to beat on them and bust their ass all the time. We have an understanding. I let them know what's up. I get them a look, whatever it needs to happen. And that's it. It don't really go no further than that. I don't have to, my kids really, honestly, they get threatened so much because they really get beatings and shit like that because we have an understanding. So I ain't got to hit on them. But they know I will knock their ass out if I need to. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, yeah, so it just, y'all let me know what's your thoughts on that. Have y'all ever heard of a job paying you twice a month? You work one day and they only pay you, it take them 3 weeks to pay you for one day. And you work 3 weeks and you gotta wait another today the 30th, the 15th is 15 days away. That's 3 weeks. So I have to wait 3 more weeks to get my check. Y'all let me know what y'all thoughts is on that. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I was pissed. I was livid. And the only reason I took it out on old girl is because she told me in so many words to get over it. I should have read over the documents and had understanding. And two, her tone and demeanor was, bitch, I don't give a fuck. She got her ass read and handed to her. And I said, God forgive me for showing out, but I'm sorry, that's my money. Y'all, I boo-hoo cried. Because I'm like, are you serious? Like, how you do people like that? So, needless to say, I'm looking for another job. Which is like, but I'm trying to wait, y'all, because the plan. In February, I am planning on moving to Georgia. I don't know what part yet, but I am planning on moving to Georgia. And I told my kids, if not Georgia, it will be Arizona. Don't really want to move to Arizona that much. Because as opposed to Georgia, I don't really know nobody there. And I do know someone in Georgia, someone who I consider a family member. Plus, Georgia is even closer to Jersey, as opposed to Arizona. That's way on the other side of the damn map. And I don't know nobody. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got to put yourself in a different surrounding. Well, you don't know anybody, but I don't like them not know anybody though, because in my head, if something kick off, then who you gonna run to? Now, mind you, when I move, wherever I move, my mother coming too. That's my rock right there. That's my backbone. I'm her rock. I'm her backbone. She's mine. I don't know what I would do without my mom. But yeah, so she was like, no, I'm in Arizona. So Georgia is looking like a good spot, but it's a couple of things. I heard that Georgia ain't no better with the racism, because here the racism, it definitely exists, and they don't hide that shit. I heard Georgia don't hide it either, but I'm going by hearsay, so I have to see for myself. I heard bitches is very messy, especially in Atlanta. but they messy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So you have your pros and you have your cons. So it's just a matter of going somewhere where I feel comfortable and staying there, because I don't want to be moving all over the globe. I hate moving with a passion, let alone trying to move out of state. So I don't want to be going all over the globe, and I don't want to, be uprooting my kids all the time. You know what I'm saying? But my kids are so old. At first they was like, "Mom, we don't want to move. We love it here." Blase, blase. Now, even my children like, "Mom, we ready to go." Yeah. Florida ain't for me no more. I'm so sorry. Anybody considering moving here, all I have to tell you, do your research, do your research, do your research. Visit as much as you possibly can. And check out the schools. Make sure you ain't putting your kids, because they'll say, "Oh, this is an A+ school, it has an A+ rating." You ain't got an A+ rating, but they racist as hell. And they discriminate. Do your research, okay? That's all I have to say. They say you can't avoid racism. Yeah, you probably can avoid it to a degree. But damn, it got to be a happy medium somewhere. That's how I look at it. So, yeah, that's why I'm headed, Georgia. Y'all, I don't know if y'all realize I do sing. I haven't sung on here in a while, but I do sing and I do act, and I feel like that'd be a great place for me to still pursue my dreams. Because Georgia, I feel like, I'm not gonna say it's easier, but I definitely think it's a little easier to do it there as opposed to New York or California, where you're competing with oh my God, everybody and their mama. So we'll see. Y'all pray for me, please. And that is my Talk Shit Tuesday on a Thursday for y'all. So we're going to keep it going. Like I said, I'm going to perfect this segment. And this is kind of just a pilot of it and see how it goes. I don't know if it's something I'm going to continue with per se, but I would like to. It just depends on how it goes and how I can work out the kinks and whatnot. If y'all like this video, please, by all means, give it a thumbs up. If you understand where I'm coming from, please give it a thumbs up, comment, even subscribe. I appreciate it. And that's about it. So thanks for joining me today. I don't want to keep y'all any longer than I already have. Thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys outpoured to me. I've been catching up on folks' videos as they come. And yeah, that's it. So thanks so much, and you guys have a great night.